Alright, starting recording. I'm not leaving. Hi, we're back. That was just for the... I'm starting a new recording here. Because I don't want to edit like 8 hours of a video. Just split it up. Okay, we're back. Hi. We're going to start Tier 3 here today. I decided to go into a tank for the next set of 4 here. Just as a heads up. Also, welcome back, Allie. Are you available? Can I re-invite you? Alright. Oh yeah, we're gonna start as duties as a tank here. Eater of Souls. Rusinaud breathes a sigh of relief at your arrival. You got 90k of damage, or what? Atimea, had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake. After all, Master Fortuno recently sent word regarding his investigation. Seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Claudien's whereabouts. The sudden appearance of Pandaemonium in the Aetherial Sea. You would do well to meet him at once. Oh, disconnect error. Oh, I'm sorry. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Aetherioscope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I almost disconnected earlier, but it was only like for a second. Over there. What am I doing? Usually the best way into a building is using the door. True. Passage to the Aetherioscope. It's so wild that we're back here. Destination. I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forego formalities and jump straight into the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudien, who had not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Azizla. The subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Aetherical Chemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the Professor, he was nowhere to be found. Also, why are we here, though? Shouldn't we be in Azizla looking for him? There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility. This trail was duly followed, however. The trail led nowhere, in the most literal sense. It was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Haven't you noticed anything? With me, probably not. I'm too blind to notice things. I'm assuming maybe, like, he disappeared in Azizla and appeared here. Probably captured here, right? Yeah, I'm kind of dumb about that. Further investigation confirmed the expedition's party's suspicions. Nyana's sector of Azizla has been teleported elsewhere. Here, I'm assuming. Along with Pandaemonium. The entire sector of Azizla has been transported elsewhere. To where? Here, right? We believe that its destination was none other than the Aetherial Sea. Here were its elegant facilities, reconstituted as the halls of Pandaemonium, to great success, as you could see. So that means Professor Claudien is in there, in the monstrous fortress. This is our leading theory. We're certain enough, at least, to risk sending you to its depths in search of the missing man. Yet, before we do, there is another pressing matter. Though Pandaemonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behavior with the Aetioscope, and to our horror witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. Odd, it must be stopped. The Aetherial Sea harbors souls of the departed. It is its wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disturbed, life itself may cease to be. Precisely, its safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace to Mea, and we'll be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. The memory crystal was recovered from Claudien's airship. Take it with you. May it provide some insight into the enigma of Pandaemonium. Without Thamus, there's no army of phantom warriors. I realize you're more than capable in combat. But are you certain you'll be alright? Thamus isn't the only one who could summon our illusory allies. As long as I'm free to focus on my foe, there's not to worry about. I'm a Zem, I could summon a lot of friends. He isn't. Why, of course, I should have known someone of your talents would master even the ancient's arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. You're fine. Once you're freed of the looming specter of Pandaemonium, you must promise to share your knowledge. For the sake, though, of reports, of course. Meanwhile, I shall focus my efforts in providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. The Ninth Circle. Anabasius. Okay guys, wake up. Shall we attempt a duty finder? We'll see how long the queue time is for that one. Truth, my days are stuffed to the brim with all the record taking and document fetching. Worry not, the knowledge, though the realm's survival hinges Okay, thank you, Soray. Take care. The knowledge that the realm's survival hinges on my efforts sustain me. Sure, I have 2 minutes to do something really quick that is super important. Yeah, for sure. No worries. Let's do Party Finder then, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know one would drop out, but which is fine. Let's see. There you are. Got you. Alright, Party Finder. The 9th circle. This is Anabasalos. Okay, minimum eye level, silence echo. Alright, cool. Alright, we're all partied up. Alright, recruits. This depth, the Aetherial Sea, poses little real danger, but we know not what else awaits you. Shall monitor your health from a distance, and we might leap to your aid should a crisis be at hand. Very eerie. Oh. Damn it. Party Finder. How do I, get rid of the Party Finder? Damn it. White Mage, Ninja, and Reaper. All of the spots are locked. Okay. Spam. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I am totally good at this, by the way. Is this fine? Here. Wait, this is fine? This you are doing now, you could have just edited out party. I know, I'm too dumb. But yeah, my bad. But we're good here, right? Just edit out party. No, let me just do this first. Sorry. Let me re-invite you all again. Eric, invite to party. Okay. Yeah. My bad. Okay, and then... yeah. Party finder. Yeah, that was weird though. Like, why it... was that because of the previous raid that we were doing? Okay, I think we're good here then. 9 circle. There we go. Every time someone left, their job remained as the next one. You have to edit the spot. Gotcha. Okay, I see. Very annoying, but it was always like this. Ugh, okay. To edit, you click yourself and then view party finder. Alright, yeah, thank you. Much easier now. Okay, so I have 2 more spots here. Like a blotch of dark ink on a serene canvas, Pandaemonium now floats foreboding upon the Aetherial Sea. From its gates have emerged a beast with an insatiable appetite for souls. And its beast threatens to sever the flow of life itself. Though Pandaemonium's mysteries beckon to you from the darkness, you must first quell this immediate threat to the star. Alright. Fortuno informs you that investigation of Azizla has recovered Claudien's airship. Furthermore, reports indicate that a part of Azizla is no longer there. To all appearances, have been removed from the facility in its entirety. Fortuno and his peers believe the missing portion was somehow reformed into Pandaemonium, which now floats forebodingly on the currents of the Aetherial Sea. Ere you can brave its halls in search of the truth, however, you need to dispatch an aether-hungry beast that has emerged from its gates, equipped with the memory crystal that once so fascinated Claudien, who stepped forth to confront the ravenous monstrosity. Okay. I'm kind of surprised, though, that we're not going back to the past, maybe. Like, we're going here into the present day. Like, what happened that kind of led up to this? we need 2 more people, healer and DPS. What was the situation that we left the place in? Yeah, for the most part, Famous had control of Pandaemonium. Like, everything was fine. We defeated La Habrea's emotions. But didn't they say there was like a 3rd level too, if I remember correctly? Like, we didn't really like breach like the 3rd level, but they also did say that they did save Pandaemonium, like the entirety of Pandaemonium, so kind of wondering like why it's back here though. Like, I do kind of estimate and guess that maybe that eventually we are going to confront Athena. Like, they kind of praised her as being like really smart, a really smart researcher. She probably had like contingency plans going forward after her demise, so it wouldn't strike me if she would be the last raid here. Or she would still be involved in some way. Just be like, whoops, we need 4 more fights. Yep. Okay, I've pinged Discord. There were other Ascians around in the past. True. Yeah, also true. Okay, if the party doesn't fill in like maybe 5 minutes, maybe we can convert to a duty finder. Are we able to do that? Still or no? Or no, we can't, mine. Damn it. DF whenever you want. Alright. Still, there's no mine option, I'm assuming, in Duty Finder. Which I did promise, though, so kinda sucks. Yeah, not mine. The big emergency was the ECU on your summer car got reset. I made the realization you only had one place that would... There's only one place that had the tune in my laptop. Just back-upping it up. Okay. Thank you, Eric. Need to edit the summoner spot. Okay. I think I did that right. Okay, yeah. Okay. Alright, so how do I, like, convert this to a duty finder party? Like, run it by me. Like, if I end here, though, will the party still be intact? Just close the party finder and queue. Do I hit end? Will the party still be intact? End? Okay. And then let's queue in for this. Oh, edit the mind settings. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna start for the wait. We're just in a crossroad party, so members can freely... move between servers while being a party. Alright. Hi there. To me, my friends.
My feast must not end. My feast must not be interrupted.
Also, I like to main tank this if that's okay. Kotikos. Mythic Creation. Alright. Hit him really hard until you die. Hard. If you die, blame the lag. Fire big, ice in. Okay.
Death brings me no peace. Such is my fate. My strength is without equal. Flames take you.
Okay, those are growing big. I see.
My every breath is laced with magics.
Okay, ice in.
Find you. Few can wield such power as mine.
Okay.
Flames
Fire.
take you. This shouldn't kill you. Another fleeting diversion.
Always more killing to be done, and I'm always happy to oblige.
So it looks like there's two souls here.
Make it fun for me.
Push. That looks familiar.
The first drops are always the sweetest. I've had enough of you.
Ow.
Get my time back.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up about fire and ice, by the way. Appreciate it. Is he gonna charge me? Charybdis. Double tank buster. Oh. Meteor.
Disturbed once again.
Mage's Lament.
Crumble and die.
Alright, fire and ice.
Flames take you. Entertain me, my darlings. Ice binds you. Ice binds you.
Inside.
This shouldn't kill you.
Alright, GG. Okay, that was fun. Alright. Awesome. No photo this time. Let's see, sure. This one we could all see the mechanics. Awesome. Alright, thank you guys. On to the next one. Mine should not be so imperative in the next ones. Okay, thank you. Impressive work, Tamea. The memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. I knew it. Don't be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. Athena? I am Athena, chief keyword of Pandaemonium, wife to Lahabrea and mother to Ericthonius. It is I who made Pandaemonium anew in the underworld. In manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. I know not of what Lahabrea has told you of me. All that I've done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. Sorry, I have to do glam, or screenshots. You were reborn. Give Claudien back. So you have no intention of halting. I'm actually curious about the reborn part, so I'm gonna go here. Yes, as long as you do something out of curiosity, you can do anything. In a sense, yes. 'Twas the only way I could see my research completed. The myriad souls floating in the Aetherial Sea provided all the raw material I require, and your Professor Claudien proved a most welcome surprise. Worry not, for I treat all of my tools with care, especially those through which I grasp godhood. You're stubborn as Lahabrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools I require to make one for you. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls you know quite well, Lahabrea and Ericthonius. I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls, that with their help you may come to see clearly. Oh god. Is this gonna be Lahabrea, the Lahabrea though, with his memories? You, how, where are we? Surely those two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories, I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. Is it Elidibus? I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am unsurprised to find you here. Do you remember our past? At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you could help me address this inequity. Is there somewhere we could speak without fear of interruption? Me and my Lala. Lady, you're keeping me away from my glam dresser. The tier 3 stuff must look really good then, huh? Oh, tier 2. The tier 3 is pretty fire though, literally. You look at the tier 2 gear. I did, I wasn't really, I wasn't really impressed with the tier 2 gear. Yeah, but I'm curious about the tier 3 gear. I don't know how long it's been, Tamea. It's good as ever to see your face. But it had been under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we? What events led to this unexpected reunion? It was fire, but don't get any warm. Ah, fuck, I forgot to talk to La Habrea. Ah yes, I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think that it contained our memories. There's a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why. Yep. Our age had its share of surprises, if my memories are to be believed. Those supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are in a future where you at least exist. Did we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we have a way to live on? Well... La Brea did. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form. As for memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. Agreed, but as memories given fleeting form were bereft of any physical or magical talents, cannot aid Tamea in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We'll tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Timea. Likely she possessed some means to which to observe events within Pandaemonium, either they wait while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own. A shortcoming we must remedy at once. We do well to learn more of Pandaemonium now dominating the landscape of souls. Timea's colleagues now doubtless prove to be of value in that respect. I'm gonna decline this here. I want to talk to you. Some hints I could glean from the surroundings, but I prefer you simply cut through this knot of questions. If I remember correctly, Aporia was not sundered. Yeah, him, Emmet, Hydaelyn, and Lidibus were not sundered. So, God, this is messing me up. Okay. Wait, does he remember our past? Pandaemonium awakens. Aporia Zine the frightens researchers with a mix of curiosity and derision. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Although you may be from a confluence of memory, it's an honor to meet the personages I've read of in Timea's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. Okay, so they're basically like memories, I guess, given form. Okay. Like, they're not the souls of the people. They're memories, but memories only up to the point of the crystal creation. Okay, yeah. Assuming it was created after the first two raids, but before the sundering, that would fit. Okay, I see. Yeah, I remember Aporia would confine his memories, which he created his younger self. Okay, I see. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. It isn't my life I fear for her. I only fear for that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients, who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. For what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these worms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. Start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. She still reeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she may unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Also, that is how Emmet could bring back sundered Ascians. He would use a crystal to restore the memories, but he only had to match the soul. Okay, I see. Thus, she chose the Underworld, or the Aetherial Sea, as it is known in this age. It's a staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottom well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice. They were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. It's not your mother. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Erechthonius would never want that. But these emotions remain, in memory if nowhere else. We should remain here to complete what information we can. We must infiltrate Pandaemonium and seek out Athena. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. All that's left is to cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? I have one question for you. Does the word Orosite mean aught to you? Orosite? Why yes, there are a few records of existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legend of Evilise, and in tales concerning the Asian law. Oh. Well, in tales concerning an entity known as an Asian. The personage is associated with Black Orosite, known as the Heart of Sabik. Heart of Sabik, Heart of Sabik. Source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it. Such devastation. Alright. Eric. From the outside, Pandaemonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there's no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it's been cleared of threats, Aporia and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. Portal should convey you to Pandaemonium's gates. Hardly need to tell you, just keep your weapon at the ready. I knew you would come. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too at first. I understand you may be confused. I too wasn't first. You see, I am not the true Thamus. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I'm only an illusion built from memory, no more real than Aporia or Erechthonius. Even so, I believe I have a grasp on the situation. This is the distant future. The future in which Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You're here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Yes. Very good. I'd be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I'm sorry to say I cannot aid you, my creator is tampered with my essence. I'm oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. There's no need for that pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion, nothing worth shedding tears over. We could free you just as we freed Agdistis. I would feel terrible if I have to trounce Elidibus again. I'm gonna be silent. I know not what is in your mind, but I must stress once again that I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, oh man? Athena's hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Zerachthonios, so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in the Sea of Ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you managed to lay Hephaestus low. Athena would know the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires. Oh, that looks disgusting. What the hell? Nice, a Resident Evil boss. That's not good. Hi, Win, welcome back. What's happening? Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for Timaeus' success. Welcome home, Wen. Pandaemonium, once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habrea's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know that you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have many others. They should come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. And Nabasius, the 10th circle. Awesome. Win, would you like to join us? Okay, E? Okay. I do need to take a bathroom break, actually, and run ads. So, do that very quick. Invite party. I will tank. And main tank. Okay. I'll be right back. Alright guys, hello, we're back. Let me get our food, memory to portraits. And then let's do a ready check. I'd like to main tank this. Let me know if there's like any mechanics. We're fighting a building now? Yeah. Let me know if like there's any mechanics or Yolda, maybe you could do like LB3, tank LB3 just in case. Like if we need them, if we need it. Jamila? Oh. Do not overlap web. We should be good. Okay. Oh, we're gonna die for sure. At some point, there will be a web bridge to side platforms. May need to go to it. Yeah, if need be, just rescue me, I guess. I'm trying to remember this fight. Alright, let's do that again. Alright. Thank you. One of your party members does not meet the requirements of this duty. Check your item levels. Oh. Ready? Okay. Alright, there we are. Do not overlap the web with the small poles. So basically, do not overlap the web, I guess. I'll try to remember. Can you guys set a 5 countdown, please? Once I'm out. As a tank, you get a front tower. Okay.
I am Pandaemonium. From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Okay, he's a Omega Spider building boss. Alright, thank you.
You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web. This prison offers no
Tower.
escape.
Ultima. Oh. When?
I mustn't disappoint.
Tower.
Lady Athena. Stay where you are.
Alright, tanks gather. Thank you.
Words like unto chains.
Damn it.
A tangled morsel, awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power! Stay where you are.
Alright, that's me.
A tangled morsel, awaiting death.
The webs get firm to stand, ground to stand upon.
All paths lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable.
Alright, head back. Okay.
I am Pandaemonium, and these cells are mine!
I'll take this one. Tower. Oh shit. Thank you.
Stay where you are. Bear yourselves to me.
Looks like you're charging.
Your punishment shall be unending.
Oh shit. My arm, my arm.
For Mother. I'll give you special
Towers?
cells.
Okay, these are the tank towers, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Your soul screams.
I've got Doom.
Wet like unto chains.
Thank you. Alright, GG. Thank you guys. Alright, awesome. Take those. Alright. Thank you guys. Let's continue. Okay, yeah, that wasn't that bad. That was a beautiful display, as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Timea, is that? Pandaemonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall wait your arrival beyond. We got two combinations. Weird but appreciated. Apologies for not coming sooner. This space is enveloped by some fell energy. We couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Deimos? Kinda, but not exactly. Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. Right. It must have been Deimos, but how? I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandaemonium, Dina would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Do you possess such talent for magics? To say naught of the emissary's discern judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the Aetherial Sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet to serve her whims. But what if Deimos said true? She imbued Pandaemonium itself with a soul. To breathe life into that which should never live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by her friends, we made some strides towards figuring out how to stop her. Crystal card, the Heart of Sabik, may be the key. Heart of Sabik? The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present. The sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true to La Habrea's memories. La Habrea? Yep. The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core. Heart of Sabik. To you, the secret of the ultimate weapon's might. Not least, the spell known as Ultima, a source of enduring mystery. We're told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted this aura sight by an Asian. That the Ultima weapon may be perfected. The identity of the shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Really? You seem to have a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. Is there aught you're withholding? Tamea glare. Very well. At present, the heart of Sabik itself is of greater moment. Yeah, Tamea remembers your solo duty. The solo duty is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. This predates even Pandaemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Orosite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The inevitable, eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we have ever seen. Heart of Sabik. What is Orosite? Did Athena unculture Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? Oh, this is Orban lore. If he didn't do Orban, then this probably would not be here. I've done so many Orban runs. What about Ultima the High Seraph? An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the heart of Sabik is not the only Orosite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. The lore... It's not of your star, okay. Much later, we discovered that the Orosite magnifies the desires of those who come in contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, the realization came too late. The time I moved to seal the Orosite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. What became of the heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike any I observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. If I remember correctly, the Ultima and Omega weapons were... Not the Omega weapon. The Ultima weapon was created by the Elegans, who had a hand in the Ascians, so La Habrea would hold on to the heart of Sabik, and that would become the core of the Ultima weapon then. So yeah, he kept it within himself. It's possible that Athena herself obstructed the crystal's contents. Everywhere her memories stored within would remain in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with her own, she would be reborn. An Athena reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Faith is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. Alright, nice. The Emissary's Judgment. La Habrea would discuss lingering questions concerning Athena. Oh. The monster unleashed Ultima. I can only guess that it was Athena's hand that placed such magic within the heart of Sabik. If so, it's only natural she would give her own creation such terrible power. I've told you all I know of Athena and the many secrets she's kept hidden from the world. She did indeed store her memories within the heart of Sabik. We must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? During my fight with the Ultima weapon. In which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day. An Ascian. Yes. And the self-same Ascian was later struck down at a location known as the Aether Chemical Research Facility. I've heard that name recently, the site of Professor Claudien's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession. A signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sabik. In which case, it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what a reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for a lack of physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she may have found another suitable vessel. Did Athena take over Claudien? If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. Baker's belief. As you well know, you were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required. It has long since turned to dust. So it was Thornton's fault. If Thornton didn't kill La Habrea, the heart of Sabik would be safe. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Timea. Famous. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we've accustomed to. We know not how vast the space between the gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. Safe, as if it was being with La Habrea with it. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Thamus arose from his memories intact, he'll be eager to see reason. We only need break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I'd fallen upon Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Thamus. If none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Thamus would never wish to be your enemy. Yeah, Thamus wouldn't, but... While Eric's perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. Yeah, about that. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. I'm gonna say though, like, Thamus would eventually become Elidibus though. We did kind of see traces of him kind of unwavering in Shadowbringers, where he was like kind of wondering, he was duty bound like for all those years, to the point where he had lapses in memory because so much time has passed, where he wondering, like, aside from being Zodiark's heart, like he was like, he didn't remember his past, only his duty. And like, so it kind of makes sense that I had a thought, but now it's like, oh boy. If that's the same Elidibus, then he would have not been sundered then. But so much time had just passed, like, he doesn't remember his past, or teaming up with us in Pandaemonium, or his friendship with Azem, but... Anyway, to question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Magdistis broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggested that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. We must do the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. Remember that our very nature is fragile, even if he inhibits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, and Cern is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his aether may dissipate back into the Aetherial Sea. We best act quickly. Alright, the 11th circle. me do a ready check. A crystal. I thought I returned to the safekeeping of your colleagues. I find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. This space, on the other hand, is fascinating. Wrought by the same power the keywords wielded, perhaps. Okay. Have a sec, fixing the glam. Okay. I'll do another one in a bit. I think it was Ishtola who posed the theory that he was tempered by Zodiark, being with his heart and all. Okay. Alright, let me know when you're ready, Win. Given form that he may serve as a tool to unlock the secret of your strength, Damus is unable to defy Athena's whims and now stands against you in battle. However, you know that his heart wishes to stand by her side as he did in ages past. So you resolve to break Athena's hold by any means necessary. They might join forces once again to walk through Pandaemonium's gates and fell the beast which lays beyond. I don't think it was ever explained by the game what really happened. If you want to look at the arena we load in, I don't mind waiting. Okay. Ready. Alright. I could look around the arena at the end, right? If that's fine. If so, then once I'm done with the cutscene, just start a 5 count. Another 5 count. Thank you.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit.
Oh my god, we're actually...
In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Elidibus.
The actual Elidibus, not the Seed of Sacrifice, Warrior of Light. Famous, infernal justice. Famous.
My heart quivers in anticipation. Will light embrace or darkness consume?
How can I play with tears in my eyes? I know, right?
Submit to the emissary's judgment!
Okay.
The balance must needs be maintained.
There's 4 there, I'm assuming here. Descend in purple.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Do I stand in the...
These
Thank you.
magics are not for you to wield.
So when we get the circles below us, the gold circles, do we stand in the gold or do we stand in the opposite? Opposite, okay. Thank you. Opposite? Okay.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Emissaries will.
Now to take your measure. Power from beyond! I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Alright, purple.
Now to take your measure. These magics are not for you to wield. Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Okay, nice.
Now to take your measure.
Ouch.
For victory!
Alright, gather.
Warriors forged in my own image.
GG. Thank you, everyone. Alright. Pet him. Let's look around. Make a guess of where we are. This looks like the throne area in the rift, where the Asians, like, congregate. Or, this is the convocation. The convocation of 14. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yep. So 14 thrones for the convocation. You can see out the windows. Hey, it's Amarat. That's really cool. Does each throne have a symbol of their respective members? Looks like they're all the same. Yeah, that's really neat. I love this. I love the area here. Showing us the convocation, finally. Alright. Thank you, guys. Let's head out. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of aught else. I never guessed which desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Free, and I'm no longer needed. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. God damn it, we're saying goodbye to Elidibus again. Ah. We need you, Themis. You must render judgment for of Athena's actions. Your work isn't over. We need you, Themis. This warmth, your aether. You keep on dying. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. I can only hope I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. He is so into Timea. Yeah, he is, since A Realm Reborn. Let us return to Ericthonius and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark on our final ascent. Four of us are together once more. Although I may not have directly experienced our adventures, my memories make our bonds as real as any other. As I surmised, Elidibus was constructed with the strength to see her battle done, but yet fear his aether may not sustain him through another. Famous, it's good to see you. I knew Timea would guide you to our side once again. I'm grateful she had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to see she answer for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. I feel like it's Professor Claudien. It has to be. It is someone Timea knows well. Yep, by a man by the name of Claudien. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, and memory, but rather all three. We're made from memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you could see and feel us at the same time. Basically the Scions in Shadowbringers, except they had the soul and their memories. Athena is different. She has carved her memories onto Claudien's soul while it was still within his body, and has thus made both her own. Okay, so the blue crystal was Athena's memories. We would always give the crystal to him whenever we were done with it. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul. And this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she's turned her sights towards Timea. Her uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of her age. Yeah, I'm a bit dense. I'm a bit dense here. Literally, I'm dense. 8 times rejoin now? Claudien's like 1 time rejoin? Or 7 times rejoining? By scrutinizing her feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Timea's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. Okay, Wynn. We have to save Claudien. Can't we simply remove Athena's memories from her body? And to fight Athena, we must fight Claudien as well. We need not hasten the man's destruction. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudien's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudien, what makes him more suited than anyone else. Although I've never spoken to Claudien, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Ericthonius. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. That's not the La Habrea I know. Course of action is clear. Must lay Athena low and rescue Claudien. Difficult task to be sure, but one which presents company more is capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions, and few answers to go around. Oh, that's pretty. A mother's touch. La Habrea would discuss the plan to bring about Athena's end. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudien. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable, as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in a second. Timea, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. Nah, it's typical Tuesday for me. Objections, no. Concerns, yes. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. God or no, I shall cast her down. If you have faith in your victory, then so do I. May all appreciate Timea's willingness to fling herself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudien. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Timea. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be so easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then I trust in La Habrea. Let us trust in La Habrea. Prepare for the battle to come. Before I face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the Orosite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I've asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear. Let us put them out of our mind. There's something we must discuss. And so, I would do so not as La Habrea, but as a father to his son. Twelfth circle. Alrighty, last one. Okay, just to give you more time when I am gonna break here, because I am very close to ads again. I have like 8 minutes left, but it's probably best just to like get up and stretch here, run the ads, get them out of the way, because maybe have maybe another hour, 45 minutes roughly of this to go. So yeah, I will break here and we'll come right back. So I will be right back. This is pretty. It's purple.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, Bear your souls to me.
The little mix-ups before, this was the biggest one. Got all the stuff I ordered though. Athena. That's a sick design. As soon as I see the arena, I remember this fight again. I did some grind here. Alright, countdown.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest! You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Gaze. Okay, I had a feeling that was a...
From nothing, I mold life.
Win, got you.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Okay, Yoda, take over.
Shine brilliant for me.
Thank you.
To silent vessels, I give voice.
Enchiladas. Yes. How rude.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Thank you. This arena is
This is
fun.
the bliss of the gods. strength. Behold such power as you will never wield!
Oh god, I am messing this up so badly.
Of the heavens, the world shall
Thank you.
tremble!
Oh yeah, she also, yeah, she said the thing.
Singularly resolute soul. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Alright, this mechanic.
Shine brilliant for me!
Follow you guys. This a donut?
You cannot
Yeah.
escape my eternal gaze. Today, my theory shall be proven as fact. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. To silent vessels, I give voice.
Oh boy.
Shine brilliant for me. Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
She gonna, her wings glowing? Yes.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Also a photo after. Since this is the last one. GG. Alright guys, that was fun. I died a lot, but we did it. Alright, nice. Yeehaw. I died a lot, but yay. Good job, guys. Let's see. Notes. Oh, that's cute. Alright, Amika, take care. Win, do you want me to reset? Go back out and... or... if you had another pose in mind? Yeah, take care, Amika. You can do a different pose if you like. It's fine. Just wanted to ask you first. Alright, and then bunky butt right here. Alright, very nice. Alright guys, thank you so much. Take care. You guys are free to leave party and do your own thing, but appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna wrap this up now. Hehe. All these years I've waited within that stifling crystal. Now my dream is finally within reach. You stand in my way. Your dream is not but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena? At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. How unlike you, Erechthonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. Of what? My theory was that any true god would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. To prove this could not only benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards. that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it. In that I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the self-same course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Orsite made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but it cannot have curated them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Ericthonius, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool, and like any tool I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and assured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seemed that my tinkering was insufficient. You can't hear her chat? My very feelings were of your design. Are you talking about me or in the game? Like, y'all hear me, right? Oh, sorry. I'm dumb. I am very tired. I read that wrong. I am dumb. Yeah, you can't fix her, chat. Maybe we don't want to. My very feelings were of your design. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. It's doomed from the start. And yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made of you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, this star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. That is Ultima. She aims to obliterate the Aetherial Sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, Aporia told me I was the key in finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another. One whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Claudien? Much of what it once was now resides in him. Should my memory seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But if Athena inhabits him still, what will become of you? I don't know, but if I can arouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life, others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Ericthonius, don't you dare. No, stop this. Your words hold no sway over me no longer. My life is my own. I have found my true family. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. What is happening? Athena's magic should be impotent with no body to feel them. Precisely, Athena was the sole force holding the space around Pandaemonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Tamea's final resting place. Yeah, this place is very unstable. Like, the floors just give out on their own, and then I die, and it's not a fun time. Bye, Athena. All my miscalculations to think that you would be my undoing. That you would be incapable of defying me. Is there more you would say of to me? You decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudien back to me? Apologies, but I'm only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, bearing you under its weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. And who made me that way? Burn. Right. Thank you guys. I'm gonna disband here. Questions, questions, and more questions. Why did Claudien set out by himself? What did he see? Do hope he wakes up soon. Okay, chat, maybe if we give her a body that cannot wield magic, we cannot fix her, but maybe maintain a healthy oh my god. Spray bottles for all of you. At least on the surface, Professor Claudien appears unharmed. Must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. All of you get spray bottles. Although Ericthonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you, but he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment not with sorrow, but with pride. You are both heroes of today. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here both to look over Professor Claudien and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the Aetherial Sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. Alright. Guided by the past, Aporia watches over Claudien with concern. Seems we could do naught else but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. When your colleague Nemgigi was enlightened us on the historical events which led to this area, she let slip the name of one of the Ascians, Aporia. Yeah, about that. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there was no evidence connecting the Ascian to myself. Yet I'm aware that this Aporia used the hardest beak to sow chaos throughout your world. And I'd be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You're the only one present who has met the Ascian in question, so I would ask you directly, he and I one and the same. Is it my fate to work the shadows and bring about untold destruction? Oh god, does this matter? Ah, god. Damn, I don't know what to pick. What did you guys pick? Oh god. They didn't really elaborate, like, on the... if this was the same one. But... because they did have a... Aporia is like an office. Like, it's an office. Like, it's like a position, basically. So people came and go, just like with Hermes. Can influence your choice. Okay. Because, like, members of the convocation do leave or retire. So I'm assuming maybe there might be a vacancy eventually. Because we don't know what happened in the 12,000 years. Like, prior... or not the 12,000 years, like the time leading up to the Sundering. Like, we don't know how much exact time has passed. Did members leave right before Medion's stuff happened with the final days? We really cannot be certain, I guess. A diplomatic answer. I understand the Ascians often use the bodies of others to enact their plots. So it's impossible to say who they truly are. These Ascians, or Paragons I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the Sundered Worlds. I've heard but a small number of their deeds, and I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. It's fine, Annie, you're in denial. I admit, 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend. I remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. It appears Claudien has awakened. Timea have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. La Habrea, Erchthonius' memories of you dwell within me still. Though unyielding discipline, you'd hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed upon him left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did in service of your duty. At the least, I will hear no more. Though you may possess Erchthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never have condoned the actions of Inacian, but you're not him. You're La Habrea of the Convocation. You spare no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that you deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is before you, but you must find that Pandaemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we cannot uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. So from what I gather, like, Claudius is kind of like a Gaia situation, like being reincarnated, I guess. I'm not directly following it. I'm still a little confused about the little, like, aspects and details of it, but my time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. She'll journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes. While Themis himself may be there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. She'll take in the Aetherial Sea one final time as I await your return. But now for real, it's said that the heart of Sabik kind of tempered Athena. If it was in possession of La Habrea for such a long time, something similar could have happened to him. That's why ancient La Habrea is cool. And you are in denial. I mean, the hardest to beat is, like, very powerful, so temptation would kind of make sense. Nice, few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. Shall you stay here, wait your return. Could use the rest. And there is a matter I will discuss with you and Deimos before we say our farewells. Hold on. Hello. I really wish that they would, send me, like, a text message 10 minutes before. Like, not literally, like, a minute. But it's fine. Alright, sorry about that. Look at Claudien's eyes. Let's see. Oh, they're red. I'm assuming they weren't red before. Alright. Let me get ready, set myself up. Alright, let's continue. I too shall stay here and wait your return. I could use the rest, and there is a matter I would discuss with you and Deimos before we say our farewells. I believe we yet to see the full effect of these events will have on the Aetherial Sea. Okay. Alright. Bye-bye. Albus. Alright, let's head to Anagnorisis. Oh. Hi again. Oh hey, the researchers are here. Do you have aught to report? We must free the rest of our colleagues. Hegemon. Ah, you must be Timea. I am Hegemony. Keyword of Abyssos, but I suspect you already knew that. We did meet once before, after all, although I was not entirely myself at the time. Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I'm taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Pandaemonium's protected wards have been restored. Hidden compound. Holosha, workplace accident, right? If Athena would build all this. That isn't all she's left behind. Oh, hi guys. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hegemony and the other wardens on your way here? The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. Maya, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. It is always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Maya, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. Seems I was wrong. I just wanted to say hello. I'm looking for answers. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. It's just announced that the new Pokemon will be the first mainline Pokemon ever on your native language. Very nice. She has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We braved Pandaemonium together. Why not at least share with her our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandaemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we poured through Athena's research into the Hemetheoi, thus we were able to restore Hegemony's mind and body. Yet there is still much work to be done, damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. Kind of divided. For one hand, it's wonderful, and the other, you have to relearn a lot of names. Gotcha. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandaemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed, before we reach that point, however, there's some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandaemonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Till they're settled, I cannot move forward. Shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? Okay, I see, gotcha. If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment also beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. Simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Okay. Stay here. This will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There's still so much to be done. If the wardens are to be free. You've served within Pandaemonium since Athena's time, have you not? It makes you the most senior keyword, now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear. One concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I can never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the wardens' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a hemiatheos, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magic used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistus, their respect for me. On slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandaemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, keyword and warder alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago. She claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegemony. Can I pronounce her name right? I'm sorry. None would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandaemonium. Creepy Asian music, okay? But you do not believe I am one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision from Pandaemonium, but Athena's. Master La Habrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is proper explanation. Was she the liberator? What are you doing, La Habrea? Do not approach. As I've already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I've come to a decision, one which was made with the best interest of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, require the strength I've lost. Okay. Are you gonna free him again? I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight and grave it upon your very soul. You shall now bear witness to the true La Habrea. We just saved her and you just murdered her? Cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will towards me, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Okay, so Athena's like essence, like she basically possessed her, is what I'm assuming is happening. Her star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandaemonium to divert my focus. Hegemony, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison, none other who will take such pride in their duty. So, dating sim? Apparently. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position a keyword? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestus. The past is of no consequence. Very well, in honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. Aporia is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he's very different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So as long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Oh boy. Good, if this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same to Maya. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one way give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any depths between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolves shall weather lost unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Master Labrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubt. I shall not fail him again. If not for you, my long slumbering demons may have gone unslain. Never forced to reconsider my true nature. Yet as I said, do not consider this a mission of death. And I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer, and I might be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects. From this day forward, I'll do what I can to aid my father. In this way, I shall forge my own future. Hephaestus and Labrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all as is should be. Okay, so we're just leaving. Okay. Okay, I did need to snooze ads. I really wish I could have did the ad break during when I was getting my groceries and stuff, but just to get the annoying ads out of the way, I do need to take another ad break. When we come back, though, we'll go back to the source and continue on. So, ad break very quick, so be right back. Alright, hello. We're back. Back in the Aetherial Sea. Alright, let's talk to you again. Ah, you returned. I should like to hear what you have discovered, but I believe your friend has business with us first. Now there you are, Timea. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that's happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience. namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Azizla. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Eric Chthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories. The passage of time likely changed Eric's soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Eric's exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Azizla was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. The voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated. While not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. In my experience, that may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Eric would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Eric's memories and such magical talents are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us to behold. Shall we witness it together? Leave this memory for you, the future of our star. Final days have come. The creation magics we so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair is now won out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Bolidibus, famous, has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with, Pandaemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandaemonium's cells were breached and the prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind and ensure that never happens. With Thamus and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, the responsibility falls to me. That is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. And know that in so doing, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That is why I resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandaemonium from both my father and I. I shall bear this warning to the future even if I cannot. Imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born again anew, this message will reach me. Pandaemonium should not be left unattended. All else fails, and perhaps another woman like my dear friend will come along. One with the unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where she is now. How many souls has she saved? How many beasts has she slain since we last met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Timea, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandaemonium. Please make haste, I repeat. Then Elidibus would become Zodiark's heart. His duty would begin. Lahabrea and Emitselk would become Ascians and become unsundered. But Na would be on her mission. Azem would be sundered. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me, and now we come to this. It survived. What is that? Oh, the heart of Sabik. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. It appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. Just as a heads up, I do have a such devastation redeem you guys can, like, do. Like, I do have that.
Such devastation!
And other ones, too. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena.
I'm in danger!
Yeah. However, its power as Orisight yet remains. You don't like doing it during the middle of an important cutscene. Gotcha, gotcha. Just as a heads up, guys, like, those options are there if you guys want to, like, but for later, though. Its power as Orisight yet remains, and may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. Hey.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
Oh my god, it's voice acted. That surprised me.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandaemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
VA jump scare.
So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper.
I mean, yes, I would like that, actually. Like, you barely had any character at all throughout majority of the game, so... yes.
Elidibus's soul was plucked from the Aetherial Sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
Yeah.
You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandaemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandaemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Aetherius' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Aetherial Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
Farewell. Farewell. There was something like for the longest time I didn't realize or even consider, but since he did become Zodiark's heart, like he was essentially also Sunder too. So that wasn't like the true like Elidibus, like being evil, like he was just tempered and sundered by Zodiark.
How
This was the real
fascinating. The
Elidibus.
truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Unless the soul is reborn. If you told me back in post-AR all the way up to 5.1 instead I would wind up crying over Elidibus for 3 separate occasions, I would have asked what you were smoking, but here we are. This raid series really fleshed out like who he actually is as a character, because the one thing I did not consider, like, just assume that all Astians were evil, but like I never really considered the aspect of them being tempered by Zodiark to make them do what they did. And like we actually met the real like Elidibus here, and oh god, I'm emotional. Yeah, I'm emotional. But yeah, like that's what happened, right? Like his soul was reborn. That's really nice to hear. Hi, Claudien. Welcome back to me. I hope you said farewell to Thamus for me. I did, and now I'm teary-eyed. Recent events have given me not only a new focus on my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I can never hope to repay. As Aporia said, I am not Ericthonius, yet I bear a part of him inside me. I should do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I'm ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not taken since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I shall only hope that you once again lend me your sound counsel. Till then, may you fare well. Awesome jail, great job. What do you know of Athena and her connection to her side? Oh, there's a cutscene. Whoops. Our research into the heart of Sabik has led us through many magnificent legends and tales from begone civilizations, some of which mention, or at least hint, the presence of Athena or her site in a High Seraph Ultima. While we formed an operating theory based on our foundings, it's impossible for us to confirm its feasibility. Given your experience with the High Seraph, however, I come to think of no one better with whom to discuss it. Although we know not of the precise timing of the High Seraph's visit to the star, we do know that Athena somehow came into possession of a mysterious crystal said to be the source of the destructive magic known as Ultima. According to Aporia, it was Athena who gave this crystal the name of Orsite. From her tireless research was born the Heart of Sabik. The Heart of Sabik contained not only Athena's memories, but a concentration of aether unlike anything we've ever observed. Even a small portion of it could level mountains. It did in fact level Castor Meridianum not long ago. Records of your previous encounter with La Habrea imply that the heart was, for a time, in the hands of the Elegant Empire. Dallas, whoops. Ah. In the hands of the Elegant Empire, doubtless it was the Ascian himself who gifted it to them, thus sowing the seeds of calamity. The Elegants made little progress towards penetrating its mysteries, but some scholars attribute the fact that they were able to use it all to theoretical encounters between Alec's researchers and the High Seraph. Regardless of its journey, however, we do know that the heart of Sabik returned to La Habrea's clutches as soon as the fourth Umbral Calamity. The rest hardly bears going over again. Tracing the legends of Orosite back to their source suggests that the High Seraph may be the cause of countless tragedies, including our most recent one. Regardless of the Orosite's source, however, it was Athena's bottomless ambition that set the wheels of tragedy in motion. I found one of La Habrea's remarks most odd. We were discussing Athena. He said that he was a fool to think she could be confined. He didn't elaborate on the statement, but I think there's a possibility that Pandaemonium was built not as a prison for failed creations, but to contain his very own wife. We already knew he was well aware of the influence Orosite had on Athena. It is not beyond the realm of possibility that Pandaemonium's true purpose was to keep her isolated from the other ancients. Even so, she has freedom enough to continue her research outside of La Habrea's purview. Perhaps it was his love for her that kept him from tightening his grip on her activities. How goes your research? Alright, awesome. Talk to you again. The more I try to make sense of what happened, the more my mind ties itself in knots. It'll take weeks, or dare I say months, to navigate this maze of questions. I may have to suggest that Professor Claudien hire more assistants. Timea, may I have a moment of your time? I would very much like to hear of the battles you fought within Pandaemonium that appeared in our age. I was fortunate enough to witness most events with my own eyes. I was not there to write down a blow-by-blow account. Your testimony would be a welcome and flavorful addition to my records. Sure. I fought a building. A spider building. I think your foes would be even more fantastic than the ones you faced in the past. Truly, not even my wildest imaginings could come close to what reality gave us. Particularly fascinated by Athena, I cannot help but wonder what she would have become if left to her devices. Terribly close to finding out, Dallas would have been one of the last revelations of our lives. But she may not have gone far if not for the Orosite, which magnified her desires to an almost incomprehensible degree. Just how it could influence one so is a matter well beyond the ken of modern scholarship. I believe you saw how twisted those under its sway can become when you face the Lucavi. Just what designs did Ultima the High Seraph have in bestowing the gift of Orosite to those poor souls? If Athena had achieved her dream of godhood, she may very well have been able to bend Orosite to her will, and soon the world would have been followed suit. But a chilling end to my story, and fascinating theory to add to my report, of course. I must scour our documents for any supporting evidence. Ah, now I understand why Rusino to fetch any scrap containing even a hint of crystalline machinations. Professor Claudien. I noticed the important tasks were left being neglected. When I inquired as to the reason, our Node explained that he could bravely keep up with your requests. Something must be done about this new obsession of yours. You must pursue it until you find the answers you seek. I believe you're on the way to discovery that shall make your envy of your peers, myself included. We often find breakthroughs after only shattering the rules of conventional research. I shall tend to Rushino's task, but you must promise me that your report will be a thing of wonder. Of course, Professor, you have my word. I shall give every scenario a fair shake, where evidence is lacking. Imagination shall fill in the gaps, and shall blend the lines between fantasy and science so skillfully that you would doubt if it were ever there at all. Expect no less from one of my assistants. Where you put to pen to parchment, I'll be honored if you shared some of your idle musings with me. I will, Professor, I will. If you have any interest to mail, and I know you do, stop by any time and I'll share with you my most recent theories. Anabasio, Savage. Awesome. Duty Finder. Very nice. Alright, let's take a look at the gear here. Oh, pretty diamonds. That's cute. I like that. Look at the casting and healing. I will. It's really nice. Tamea's personal lore has crystals to it, so this will be kind of perfect for like something she would wear. Like, I really love the crystal outfit here. Okay, let's do mending, or maiming. Is this the same thing? Oh, gold crystals, nice. You want the diable healing chest piece so much. Really nice. Okay, striking. Allison really loved making that look good. Hat. This is nice. I like this. Okay. Let's go to the next one. It's too squished on Lala. Pain. Are these recolors, perhaps? Oh hey, purple. Look, Win, purple. Scouting. I know. I feel like Andromeda would wear this. Like, she would totally wear this. Should being the imperative word. Alright, let's do aiming. Alright, green. Very cool. Alright, let's take a look at magic. Casting. Okay, there's the long kilt. Nice, she's sparkling. Alright, that's pretty. Oh god, the sleeves. Sleeves are nice. Love it. Rite of Ascension. It'd be perfect for a win if I could just dye it purple. Try dyeing the caster skirt. Okay, sure. Okay. Alright. Very nice. Should put this in the glamour dresser ASAP. It's 2 tones. Let's take a look at offending. What does this look like? Very nice. Alright, awesome. Well, let me go back to Aspedalos. Because this I actually really love. I do want I want this. This looks really good. I love this. Like, it looks so good on her. Psst. Okay. I'm done window shopping. Oh, hi. Nice outfit. Also dog. It does suit her rather perfectly. Yep. What kind of job would work for her, though? Like, if they reveal, like, a new tank or something. Maybe... These 2 jobs I have not unlocked yet, so... Perhaps... Like, all my glams are already set, for now. I'll think on it later. Alright, what do I want to do? Let's head back. to Radzodhan, I guess. Don't have the full set, but if I summon the healing and casting gear set, it should be good. They're the same anyway. Just different colors. Hi, Rashawn. Been a while since I last talked to you. Huh. Okay, I do want to do the Little Ladies event. I'm not going to be doing that today. Let me look at my work schedule, because my work schedule is going to be very, very busy. Log in. Okay, so I have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off this week, but I also have the same Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. Okay, the 4th I get off at 8:30, so I would have sufficient time to rest and maybe do, I have planned to start 6.5 on Friday, is what I'm gonna do. Friday the 6th of March. That's going to be the final MSQ stream for Timea. But I'm thinking maybe to do another stream on the 5th, perhaps? I don't know. I'm still undecided what I want to do. I do want to do the Little Ladies event, but I also want to finish Bajda because I got to level rank 25 in Zadnor. And I feel like I'm very close to the end with Zadnor. So I kind of want to tie up that loose end there, but we'll see what happens. I'll see how I feel for Thursday, but for Friday, unless anything changes, March 6th, we'll be starting 6.5 MSQ. Is Wifey going to be there? Yes, she will. 0. I'm really curious about kind of like the little crumbs they've given us to kind of to prepare us for like 6.5, which I'm really excited about of what they might be doing for 6.5. But 6.5 and 6.55, I'm gonna assume maybe that it's gonna be just as long as today was, maybe, with 2 patches there, like 1 long patch and 1 shortest patch, so maybe another 6-7 hour stream perhaps. But yeah, my next stream, guaranteed stream, will be March 6th with 6.5. I might do a stream on the 5th where we will wrap up, we'll do the Little Ladies event there because I do want the emotes for that, but also possibly wrap up Bajda. We'll see how I feel there. 7.5 ladder is in 2 weeks, by the way. I'm fine, everything is fine. We're all fine. Yep. We're fine. Yep. Perfectly fine. Yeah, thank you guys again so much for joining me in the party, hanging out, lurking. Thank you again, Wen, for the resub. Thank you guys in the party finder. Thank you, Salapi, for the raid. Let us say goodbye. Goodbye. I have been lax on my YouTube uploads, like I do apologize for that. I normally post them Monday and Thursday, but I really have not had the chance like to edit them, to go back and edit them really, but they are uploaded on YouTube. I just have to edit the details and make thumbnails for them, but that's going to be a slow process, I guess, but I do apologize for that. Let's see, Boost Sky, Ko-Fi, socials. Alright guys, let me see if we want to raid someone. So, raid message. There we are. So, Grandma has finished base Endwalker, and she is going through the credits. Let's go raid in, say hi. Congrats on beating Endwalker. And yeah, really excited. I'm happy for her. A lot of people, like within like our stream community for 14, have at this time have been finishing base Endwalker, and it's just been really a good time to see. Let me see. Slash raid. Let's go say hi to Grandma. It's a raid message. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back 6.5 on Friday, next Friday. I might do a stream on the day before Thursday. Maybe do the Little Ladies Day and wrap up Bajda. But take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And I'll catch y'all next time. Goodbye.